Hi there, Leos, and welcome to your dream reading for the month of July. Um, so there's going to be a full moon in Capricorn tomorrow. It's called the buck moon. I'm a Capricorn, so I find that to be very interesting. So I just watched this weird, almost like negative energy video that I feel like was like a warning to Capricorns, but it just made me want to do my own reading for you guys, for you Leos. Because I just had a conversation with a Leo. So I'm gonna be reading for you my dream, the Phantomwise Tarot. Okay. And this is going to be um I guess we'll do the celestial navigation spread, okay? Gazing up at the night sky, sailing through uncertain waters, looking to the stars, okay? I never want to tell, a star sign, not to shine their light and to be afraid of shining their light. Yes, when you go into certain um, environments, it's okay to, tone it down. If it's you're in survival mode or something like that for your own safety. But I just find there's a reason why you need to do something, and then there's a reason why you don't need to do something. So sleep on it first, and then when you wake up the next day, whatever that energy is that you wake up with, let the message resonate first before deciding, because there's some controlling, manipulative energy that I'm sensing right now. Okay, Leo. So, and this is a fear-based energy too. So let's see here. The ship, the current position or circumstances. Yeah, this is perfect. So we have Empress card. Okay, this beautiful Empress energy. Okay. So the Empress is a very strong card of representation of nurturing, motherly, nurturing energy. And I'm just getting this sense that this energy is trying to do that. Because sometimes as a mom, we have to tell our kids be careful, because I'm warning for you in advance. So I'm getting that energy. A seated figure in a long gown watches as things grow. A flower crown sits upon their head. Another single bloom held in hand. Vines curl around their feet and roses spring from the ground, moving ever upwards. Everything here is bright and blooming and nurturing, creative and fertile and alive, grounding and growing, sensual and sensitive. Now is the time of beauty and art and life, blossoming and abundant. Yeah, so everything is blossoming. So that's probably why you want to be cautious around people who don't want you to blossom right now, and they don't want you to shine your light, Leos. Yeah. I also have here the number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. My daughter Angel is freaking out. She loves this Danny on the Go YouTuber, and he is hilarious and very entertaining, and she just gets really excited when she's watching his videos. So Wheel of Fortune, okay. So this is almost the seduction of a mirror. So you reflect, what you're reflecting is being reflected back to you, and it's a change. It's a time of change for you. Okay, that's an interesting word, propitious. Destiny to be seized, or old desires of feeling, undergoing transformation by observing and understand where and how to change your strategy. So I think that's really that kind of warning energy that I just feel I'm getting, because Leos, you're transforming and you're becoming more beautiful and you're becoming more self-aware and you're becoming more knowledgeable and self-conscious, and it's this beautiful way that you see yourself. So like, you think about how you're going to appear to others before you're even in the room with them. And if you dress a certain way or you act a certain way, they're going to base their reaction to that, like, is going to be so like powerful and strong, and you don't want it to be negative energy. And I'm just getting like a negative energy. Like, if you go into a certain environment, you're gonna get a certain negative energy from these people. You didn't even do anything. You just showed up to the party and they're just like negative, negative, negative to you. So let's find out why, shall we? That's the fun part. And that's because of the Page of Swords. Okay? This Page of Swords. That's why. Okay? It's this Page of Swords energy. Now, the Empress, okay, the Empress represents your current circumstance, right? Your current position in the world. And that's Empress. You're the Empress. But card number 2, the Wheel of Fortune, the Sextant, okay, no pun intended, a tool that may be used to aid on this journey, the Wheel of Fortune. That's your tool. When the wheel is spinning towards you and good fortune and good and positive change, the other people see that and they're like super jealous. They're super, hater vibes, like petty vibes. And that's why the wheel is change. It's good change for you, but it's not good change for them. You know what I'm saying? It's your own personal path and journey and discovery. And that's like, why can't that be my journey? It's like, because that's not your journey, okay? So to just kind of like underplay yourself a little bit as kind of like a just like being a character like in the background, you're an empress, you're like a main character in your own story. But this message I'm getting is like so strong that you need to just kind of like play the part of the co-star to someone else. And then the Wheel of Fortune is going to aid you. It's going to lead you to good things. It's going to make you shine. You're only there to play a part. You're not there to like, outshine anybody or get any attention for anybody. You're just there to observe, to watch. You have your one-liners, your quick with things to say, but you're not really there to like outshine anybody. Leo, that's not you at all, okay? Did I just think about that? I think about Leo, like, that's not Leo at all. But that's just, you just have to play that part, okay? I know, just for time, okay? Because the evening star is shining bright here, an idea and influence that may be fading. There is an idea that this one person in particular that you have to like be careful that you don't outshine them, or you have to be careful that you don't get better at something than them. That is fading out, and I'm going to tell you why it's fading. Okay. And that is your Page of Swords, okay? So that's why. I think you're showing up and showing your strong self of self-worth and self-care, and this other person is, like, not doing that. So that's kind of why. Yeah, a winged ballerina presents a sword, ready to use their quick wit. Didn't I just say quick wit? And sharp toes. And that's the other message I'm getting is, like, be careful not to step on other people's toes, right? Like, let them have their 1 minute of fame or stardom or their moment to shine, but like, and be like the center of attention. But really, like, you're your own center of attention. You're your own main character in your own story. But you have to kind of just like be like, oh, I'm fine being a co-star. I'm fine just, not being in the spotlight for a minute here, a hot minute. A time for foresight and logic. A message about being vigilant and being prepared. A person who is charismatic and inquisitive, filled with ideas, ready to follow where the wind takes them. Yeah. So the wind is taking you to this event or this party or this, special occasion for a reason. Okay. And it's so you can, um, well, it's giving you the chance to show your co-stardom, right? Which you've been the co-star in so many stories. I can't even tell you, Leo. But you are going to be the main star. So right after that, we have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? And this is your North Star, a point to keep consistent. The Ace of Pentacles, okay? You're keeping it consistent. You're keeping yourself intact, okay? You're keeping yourself in the spotlight, okay, for a reason. Like you're taking a step back, but the reason you're doing it is like because your North Star is pointing to the Ace of Pentacles. So you might have to play that role, but you have your own main roles, okay? You have your own main things going on. It's okay to be, it's good to be a team player, right? So this is your North Star, and this is keeping you constant. This is keeping you moving forward. It's this Ace of Pentacles, okay? So, yeah. A five-pointed star surrounded by curling vines, a time of new opportunities and chances for growth and financial gain, investments for the future, taking advantage of opportunities, resources are at hand, new pieces of puzzles and small elements that will become greater, seeds planted, ready to grow. So you're planting the seeds when you go to these places and these events and things like that. You're planting the seeds that are going to show you and tell you, like, okay, I know why I'm doing this. I know the reason behind it. I know why I have to do this. And there's no reason to doubt yourself. There's no reason to believe otherwise. So just keep that, in the back of your mind when you go to these places and these events that have this Empress energy, you have this Page of Swords energy. Your Wheel of Fortune is your tool that's helping you. And the Ace of Pentacles is their motivation to go and just keep the mission of creating more success for yourself in the financial world as your main reason, okay? You're not there to outshine anybody. You're not there to, I don't know. I don't want to be mean, but no, I'm just kidding. So you're not there to, like, I want to say, get all like emotional with people. There's a place you're allowed to be that way, and this is not the place. And that's like that you're going to for July. That this path has led you on. Okay. But that's okay because you can be emotional in your own time, in your own personal space. Just around these people, they don't react well to that. And I think that if you show them, in the last reading I watched, I'm not going to name names of readers because I don't want to like hurt anyone's feelings, and some of what they said kind of made sense, but other things kind of didn't make sense really. But like the message is like that I'm getting is like just be cautious of like who you reveal your true most authentic self to, because and how you do it, because they're not always going to respond in the most positive light, and that is going to reflect like you're going to suffer from it because they're going to be reacting to you negatively. So just keep it in the back of your pocket, like save it for a rainy day. Your star. like that song from the Princess Diaries, catch a falling star and put it in your pocket. Like, you're the star. You have to catch yourself, and you have to shine bright when it's the right moment, and kind of like shield yourself, protect yourself, put up your boundaries. It's not the right moment, and the right moment is coming. I can feel it. Just not yet. Okay. But get there. We'll get there. So yeah, so that's your North Star. That's the reason why you're following this Ace of Pentacles, okay? Your purpose behind this. Now, let's see what else is there. So the Morning Star, that's an aspect that has yet to be considered. So let's consider something else for a moment here. We haven't considered this we haven't considered a lot, actually. We haven't considered the world card. We haven't considered this. Okay. I'm actually going to just, there's only supposed to be 6 cards, but I think I'm going to add more cards to this. So the world, okay. Why haven't we considered the world card? Let's see. Why haven't we considered this? What is the world's view? I think the world's view and your view and these certain people's view are very misguided. Like, they're totally, completely different. A familiar figure is now more than a child stands holding the tree of the world in their hands. A rabbit has been found. Mysteries have been unraveled and stories have reached their conclusions. They stand accomplished and triumphant, ready and waiting for new adventures to begin. This is the completion of a cycle, a time of having the world at your fingertips. The universe whole and harmonious with ever-expanding horizons. So you haven't considered this. You haven't considered that there's like endless possibilities. I think you're only considering like the one outcome being super negative and like horrible if you shine too bright, if you are too funny, if you're too talkative, if you're too silly, if you're too emotional. Interesting. So I think like, but the world's saying maybe you need to be like that, because that's already the conclusion that's been made, is that you're a good communicator, you're a good speaker. And then the final card, the far shore, the goal or the destination. Wow. What is the goal or destination? Let's see. What is the goal or destination? That's more cards here. I think the goal or the destination is this 5 of Wands. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could also be this 10 of Swords. So, I don't know which one. Because I pulled 2 cards, even though there's only one spot left. The far shore. So you have the 5 of Wands. A youthful group bats a piñata with wooden wands, attempting to break it open to access its contents. A time of childish disputes, competition, playful aggression, rivalries, frustration, Waging battles over paper animals, conflict over what may not be needed, might not even be known. Yeah. There's so many things like left unsaid, and like this information of like the goal or the destination is like the goal or the destination is there needs to be a conflict. That one, there's like this warning in the air. The Ten of Swords. I want to know. Okay. A figure lies on the ground faced with a wall of swords, obliterated and overwhelmed, overcome and overthinking. The end of a cycle, being abandoned or betrayed or exhausted, feeling like a victim, a turning point. Nowhere left to go, a different direction must be sought. So you set out on this journey and you came up with like this beautiful like conclusion to your story, you know, Empress, the Wheel of Fortune. You found out this beautiful information about yourself. All right. And then this other energy that you're like entering into, it's putting you in this position of like conflict. It's putting you in a position of being obliterated. And that's like just horrible. I'm also seeing twin flames. So, you know, mirroring shared feelings and reflection. And there's the reflection again. You could be mirroring someone else as well as yourself. Like you could be looking at someone else and their problems and being like, their problems are affecting you. That's why you're conflicted. That's why there's this energy. That makes sense. Because we often let these. So I would say temperance here, you know, because this is like a guardian angel. This is a protector. This is someone who can help and ease the tension. You know, there's a release of tension that can ease the anger and frustration that's been built up. Yeah. So I would say, a measured, well-practiced action. They're long. Okay, that's different. Nothing. Okay, so the lightness of one complementing the darkness of the other. This is a place of balance and tranquility, moderation and virtue, alchemy and tea. Here there is mixing of opposing forces into harmony, a time for compromises, equilibrium, self-control, the finding of happy mediums. Interesting. A filter of love. Friendly but full relations to be warmed up with the magic of plants. The filter of love sparks a slumbering desire and restores harmony to the relationship. There's a lot of different energies. And also I have the strength card, which is you, Leo. You're the strength card. You're the lion. So to have courage. Going into this, stepping into this, you're going to have to, I think you're more of like a lamb, you know, you're a very calm, peaceful presence. But when you enter into this energy, you're going to have to like draw your like lion energy for sure. So the strength card, you know, gentle like a lion, loud, roar like or gentle like a lamb, right? Roar like a lion, right? There's a fine temperance, there's a fine balance there, knowing which one to use, right? And I think that's what it takes. But the thing is, like, I don't trust these energies that are coming in. I just don't trust them. Okay. And know, and when people start getting paranoid, that's when like crazy stuff happens. But okay, this is a place to tame what is wild, a place of calmness, and the presence of claws and teeth. That's like, see, that's what you're entering into. You're entering into like claws and teeth. And you're supposed to go into that very calm, like it doesn't affect you, it doesn't unnerve you. Here is the courage to face threats, calm and collected, strong and soft, with inner or outer strength, compassion with a light and tender hand. So if you enter into this environment with like a tender hand, a loving, calm, peaceful energy, like an empress, like a very calm, non-threatening energy, right? Or you don't feel threatened. I feel like if they think you feel threatened, then they will attack their prey, right? The lions will attack their prey. But if you act very calm and not scared at the same time, when you go enter into the lion's den, then you'll be good. So it's gonna be a fun adventure for sure. That's for sure. At least there's that. Knowing that, it's going to be interesting. Supremacy requires the utmost concentration of magic force to resist outside attacks. So that's what you're doing. You're resisting these outside attacks on your energy. And I just feel like you're going to know what to do and don't doubt yourself. The energy of like how you so when I feel like when you've already dreamed that you've been hurt by this person or these people so many times that you start to kind of build up a resistance to them when they do it. But it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt any less. It just means that you've built up like a survival mechanism of like being like, oh, here comes that negative energy again. Oh, here comes that energy again. I don't think it's always the best or the wisest to like put yourself in certain environments. And I think that's starting to set in more and deeper in now for you. I'm not saying like totally cut these people off right this second. Now is not the time for that. But I do think you need to start preparing for that. Like, not just mentally, but like your dreams, I think, are starting to help you with that because they've already given you the answers you need. You started this dream off with like, who am I in the dream world? Who am I? What do I represent to myself? And you represent the Empress. You represent this beautiful Empress energy. So if this is what you represent to yourself, and you have this wheel of fortune, good fortune on your side, right? Then you're obviously starting off very strong, right? You have transformed into this energy. However, there's always a however. Because you are sharp-witted, quick on your toes, smart, intelligent. You have a sword, a ballerina with a sword. I mean, there's nothing cooler than that. Except I did see on like America's Got Talent the ballerina like on the beer bottles or wine bottles. So that's what it reminds me of like visually. So just imagine that and then like a sword. It's like talent, right? You're talented. And you're using your talents so that you can financially prosper and you can be successful in your life. So you got everything figured out. You know who you are. You know what tools you need to use. You know what universe, spirit, source wants you to have in your life and provide for you. You know how to make that happen. And this is what the world says. The world says, you've got this. You know how to interpret your dreams. You know how to make your manifest your reality. You know how to be successful. You have all the answers. Here's the dream tree right here. Okay, she's holding it. That's you. You're holding your own answers. You know your own truth. Okay. You already like followed the white rabbit, like the card said, like the world card said, and came up with your answers. However, this twin flame that you're with, okay, that reflects onto you because you're with them. You aren't your twin flame, and your twin flame is not you. You're your own individual selves. But your twin flame has some conflict, okay? There's some chaotic conflict that your twin flame is going through, and that's interfering with you on your journey because they're not able to solve their own conflict. They're like relying on you to resolve it. Rude. Don't like that. And this has left you hurt and like emotionally drained because they are relying on you to solve their own problems, to solve their own conflicts. Because that's one of your skills, that's one of your talents, to resolve conflict, to solve problems and find solutions. You're really good at that. So because you're good at that, they want you to spend all your time and all your energy solving their problems and resolving their conflicts within themselves. Their own inner work, their own inner shadow work, their own inner light work. They don't want to do the work. They want you to do it for them. That's not how it works, though. That's just not, that's the ironic thing, is that in order for you to gain more higher consciousness and higher intelligence and higher awareness, you need to do the work yourself. You need to sit down with yourself and do the work. But they don't want to. And then this leaves you hurt because they've drained you of all your energy, made you do their work for them. So now you have nothing left to give to yourself. But you have so much temperance and you have so much strength within yourself, because this is the light work cards. We have shadow work, right? We have the Phantomwise Tarot, which is the dream shadow work. Okay. And you're coming out of this with the Lion Leo energy. Okay. You might even be having dreams of like going down a dark tunnel with a light at the end, and there's a lion and it's waiting to talk to you. Kind of like, I don't know if you ever heard of the Chronicles of Narnia or any of that. What's the lion's name? Absalom, I think. So, but yeah, like the lion represents strength. It represents light and courage and strength. And the temperance, right? The temperance card represented that fine balance, right? And you're trying to, I think, help them by tempering them out, by showing them what temperance looks like. But, you know, they have to apply that themselves. You cannot be their temperance. They have to be their own temperance, okay? They have to channel that energy on their own, okay? So that's why when you go to these like events or this certain environment or this certain place or whatever, you notice this comes out, this all plays out, because they're acting a certain way towards you because they want you to do the work for them. They don't want to speak up about their feelings and their emotions. They don't want to have conflict. They don't want to have attention on them. They don't want to be under the spotlight. But like, that's kind of their role that they entered into. And if they don't want to play that role, then they need to speak up about it, and they refuse to speak up about it. And now it's become a conflict between you because you're left in an awkward position, and you've told them this, and you've communicated to them, and they just don't care. So it's almost like in the like dream world, right? You see all this play out. You see how it all happens. You see how them, not being, open to communication, not being upfront with their feelings and emotions, not being able to communicate effectively. You see how it all plays out in the dreams. And then when you're in a real setting, like reality out there in the world in a real life setting, this all plays out because they're forced into a position that they keep telling you they don't want to be in, they don't want to be in. And you're like, okay, well, if you don't want to be in it, you have to communicate that and you have to make steps to not be in this position. And they keep refusing to do so. So the thing just keeps playing like Groundhog Day. It just keeps playing over and over again because they're not doing any of the inner work. And you're trying to do their work and your work. And that's not fair to you. Okay, so, and also twin flames, that can just be like a karmic twin flame. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be like forever till the day you die. It just means it's right now, it's currently happening. Okay. So, there is opposing forces, mixing into harmony, a time for compromise, equilibrium, self-control, the finding of happy mediums. So if you can be temperance in this position, if you can play the part of like co-star, not really interested in being in the spotlight or the main attraction or whatever the case may be, then you can draw in that lamb energy with the lion energy. Like deep down inside, you're like this. I am a lion. I am a Leo. I am meant to be an empress. I am meant to shine bright like a diamond, like the Rihanna song. But when you're with this person, your twin flame here, you have to be the co-star. You have to be the person behind the spotlight because they're going to be putting on a show, quite a show. And if you, for 1 second, even hint at, this person needs to, like, own up to their actions, they need to, like, be a certain, like, it's almost like, I don't know how to put it into words, I guess. I know, I'm supposed to be able to put this into words. Okay, but let me just draw another card and see if this helps. King of Swords. Does this depiction help you at all? This person here, your twin flame. This is what we're dealing with, people. This is what we're dealing with. Okay, so, yeah, sweetie. So, the King of Swords. All right. Luna came over to say hi. So, the King of Swords, okay? So, you have the King of Swords, right? And this, like, maybe by day, the King of Swords looks like, right? And here is the Shadow King of Swords, okay? So, let's see. We have, because I'm trying to read for you, like, how to interpret your dreams, like, on the outside, right? Like out in the real world, because I'll have dreams and then those things will really happen, right? In the outside world. And I'm like, that was just a dream. How did that manifest into reality, right? It's a crazy world we live in. But that's what you have to kind of like train yourself to do if you want to do the right like shadow work, if you want to do the right light work, is you have to like be able to discern between the two and know which one is really going to happen and which one is like, don't want that to happen because that's a very negative dream. That's like a nightmare. I don't want a nightmare to manifest into reality. I want only good things to manifest into reality. Okay? Like, I won't get into specifics, but like let me know in the comments below if you want more details on that. But the King of Swords, okay, the shadow world, like the dream world, right? That aspect of dream interpretations. Let's see, the King of Swords. Okay, so the King of Swords. That message for you is a serious crowned figure sits on their throne, a raven perched above a sharp mind with a sharp sword, a time for high intellect and high standards and high energy. A person who is reasonable and level-headed, a seeker of harmony and diplomacy, a thoughtful, balanced problem solver. Okay, so that's like your ideal version of the King of Swords, right? Of your person that you want them to be like that, right? You don't want them to be relying on you to solve their problems. You want them to be sharp, quick-witted, sharp-minded, and can do it themselves. But the, the other the other King of Swords that's coming out is like, the other energies coming out are, in conflict with this. So if you want to know why your person is like not doing the work themselves, it's because they're not channeling that King of Swords energy that they need to be. Okay. So the next time you're with, your twin flame or something like that, and they're trying to get you to like solve their conflicts for them or whatever, you can just be like, all right, well, you're smart and you can solve problems, and I'm sure you can channel that energy and do the work yourself. I don't know if that's going to go over well with them or not, but you can try. So the King of Swords, that is, love is made of strength, right? The lion feels strength. Okay, Luna's just not having it. So that is the strength right there. And true love is capable of going beyond strength. There are different kinds of strength. So there you go. There's your answer right there. It's like there are different kinds of strength. So not everyone can be a problem solver, right? Not everyone can solve their own problems for them. But you also have to be able to not give all your energy towards someone else and solving their problems for them, because I don't think it's good for you. So you have to have the strength to do that as well, is to let go and move forward in that direction as well. Okay, Leo? It's all right, Luna. Come on, it's okay. You can say hi. Hi. I'm tired. I'm ready for sleep. Right? Yeah. Love you. All right, Leos. That's what I have for you. Remember Temperance and Empress Energy. And yeah, love and light always. Thanks for watching. Bye.